One of my live stream lectures this Saturday morning. And before I get started with this lecture, I'm going to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. I'm out here getting my walking done simultaneously. I tell anyone, maximize your time and get outside and enjoy the weather and exercise and walk. So you can kill two birds in one stone. There's something about just getting outside, people, in the real world. This is real talk. That is so valuable for your health, your mental, your spiritual, everything. So again, I just want to thank everyone for supporting my channel. Don't forget to mark your calendar for March the 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another powerful relational live stream lecture on how to write a successful business goal, as a business consultant. That's one of the primary services I provide under my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center. I go into executing contract with individuals who want to hire me to develop their strategic business plan over the course of 4 paid coaching sessions. Check out my link to my YouTube channel. The first link you'll see is to my business website. Check it out. And my web designer, he did a phenomenal job in updating my business website, developing my business website, Jason Shelton. Anytime I need to hire him to update anything on my business website, he does a phenomenal job. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is, this is acknowledging me as a content creator. My YouTube channel has hit 3 million views, people. And 3 million views, when I really looked at that and saw that and thought about it, that is a lot of views, people. My YouTube channel is well over 3 years old. It took me 2.5 years to monetize my channel. I can clearly remember when I had 2 views. So the purpose of this lecture is for me to acknowledge me as a content creator for my channel reaching 3 million plus views. And it was a tremendous feat, people. I tell anybody, I don't care how small or how large your YouTube channel is. I tell people every time with any goal, anytime in life when you are working on a bigger goal, always acknowledge those smaller steps along the way. Because before I could get 3 million views, I had to hit 2 million. Before I can get 2, I had to hit 1 million. Before I can hit 1 million, I had to get 100,000 views. So you got to recognize those smaller milestones along the way. And that's the purpose of this lecture. And what that does, people, it continues to motivate you to propel forward in any goal that you're working on. I'm not just working on YouTube goals. I have multiple goals I'm working on simultaneously. And many of my goals have absolutely nothing to do with YouTube in any shape, form, or fashion. But when I realized that my channel had hit 3 million plus views, I said, I got to acknowledge that. I got to praise that, because sometimes I get so busy that I sometimes have to remind myself that, because I'm internally driven, first of all. I am internally driven. I've been internally driven since I've been 5 years old, people. And it's within me. Anytime I set my sights on a goal, I don't care what that goal is, it's a done deal. Because once I internalize it and develop a game plan, a strategic plan to achieve that goal, nothing will stop me from goal achievement. I've been writing down goals since I've been 5 years old, and no lie, people. So I am internally driven. And that's one of the reasons as a young woman I selected to join the United States Marine Corps during Desert Storm. Got my honorable discharge. And I'm going to tell you something, people. In the era that I survived Paris Island, no joke, there was no big brother. Trust me. And I chose that branch of service because it is the toughest of all toughest. We are trained to be the first in and the last out. In my era, trust me, there is a lot of stuff that went on in my era, didn't make the news. Yeah, women Marines, we were on the front line. We had to survive parasailing, and them DIs were not playing. And even though back then they weren't supposed to put their hands on us, yeah, they put their hands on us. We went through some stuff. Some of the stuff I went through, I don't even remember, but I know it's within me, it's there. And this thing is real. And by the time I graduated boot camp back in my era as a United States Woman Marine, I earned that title. I earned that uniform. It's stuff that I went through. My mother don't even know. My mother been gone for a long time. But I was determined. I was going to earn that title, and I did. And I talked to Marines or more recent Marines in this era, and sometimes I listened to some of the things that they had to go through to graduate parasailing, and I'm listening to them. I'm thinking, y'all didn't have to do this. Y'all didn't have to do that. They didn't lock y'all in the gas chamber and turn the gas on. They said, what are you talking about? I said, whoa, they don't water that thing down, people. But I say that to say that when I put my mind to something, it's a done deal. And I spent 6 months on that island because I got a physical injury, but I was determined to graduate from basic training. It should have been a 16-week basic training. I ended up being stuck on that island for 6 months, to the point where I told those DIs when they was messing with me, I said, I'm gonna tell you something. You can't just kill me, because they'll tell you back in my era, the only way you getting off this island, you ain't going home. The only way you getting off this island is in a pine box. And I told them, I said, trust me, somebody know I'm on this island. So do what you got to do, because I'm going to do what I got to do to earn this title. So it took me 6 months of torture to become a Marine. So I say that to say, once I told myself I'm going to earn that title, it was a done deal. I have been internally driven my entire life. No different from meeting the goals and objectives in my personal life. No different from meeting the goals and objectives under my company. No different from meeting the goals and objectives on my YouTube channel. So when I hit that first 3 million plus subscribers, people, and I had that on my strategic business plan, and I knew I was going through the action steps to hit that first 3 million. And I'm gonna tell you some of the action steps that I did, because September 2023, when I took a guided tour to Cairo, Egypt, back then, when I took my guided tour to Cairo, Egypt, what I noticed by taking those action steps, I was going to do that anyway, that move pushed this channel into a whole nother stratosphere of people, real talk. So that was one of the things I did that I noticed when I took that guided tour to Cairo, Egypt. I saw explosive growth in my YouTube channel. I saw explosive growth in my ad revenue. I saw explosive growth in my views. There you go. I saw explosive growth in my watch hours. So that's one big major move I did way back in December 2023, when I took that guided tour to Egypt, because I had that on my business plan. That propelled this channel to a whole nother stratosphere of people. Real talk. And you can't get watch hours until you get views, because the views equate to watch hours. You can't get paid ad revenue unless you getting on high views. The more views your channel make, it's not the subscribers on how we make our money. No, it's the views when your channel's monetized. It is your views, because we get paid ad revenue when companies run their ad across our videos, across our channels. So when you are getting views, that equates to many things. Ad revenue, that equates to watch hours, that equates to pushing your channel into a whole nother stratosphere of people. That's real talk. And I work harder now than ever as a content creator to continue to push my channel into the next stratosphere. One of the things I do on an ongoing basis, because I get up early, is I go ahead and get up early, do my prayer and meditation. I do a lot of my published content, a lot of my shorts in the morning time, and I block out time for that. I'm done. When I'm walking, go ahead and kill 2 birds in 1 stone. Go ahead and do a live stream lecture. while I'm walking, so I'm simultaneously getting my exercise on, I'm thinking clear. So I incorporate things I need to do as a content creator at the appropriate time, in the appropriate slot, and all that ties into views, all that ties into watch hours when I'm in front of these cameras producing my published content, ain't using nobody else's content because that's a violation of copyright laws, ain't using nobody else's music, that's a violation of copyright laws. No, my 6,400 plus published content, which is a lot, that's a tremendous feat. All is the original content by Marie Holiday. And you can't get to that stratosphere unless you are internally driven, people. For real, for real. So again, I just want to thank everyone for supporting my channel. You know, the trajectory path on God, where God is going to take my channel, is skyless. You know, I listen to a lot of various different content creators on these social media platforms. You know, worried about the views, worried about the watch hours, getting frustrated because they can't get monetized or they got demonetized. And the only thing I can say, I know it works for me. The only thing that I can say, number one, stop focusing on views and watch hours. Stop focusing on that. Don't focus on nobody else's channel. Number one, you got to be internally driven. If you ain't internally driven, and if you don't have a strategic business plan specifically for your YouTube channel, with measurable goals, with objectives, action steps, and a projected due date, if you don't have that strategic business plan in place specifically for your YouTube channel, you are setting yourself up for failure. Because if you don't have that strategic business plan in place with projected due dates, how are you going to measure your progress? How are you going to measure the progress of your channel? Real talk, people. You should be looking at that business plan, touching that business plan, updating that business plan on a monthly basis, a minimum 2 or 3 times a month. Real talk, people. And I'm telling you, when you begin to come up with action steps, things that you got to do as a content creator. You know, I'm on a trajectory path where I gave myself a goal where within the next 28 days, I am going to achieve 1,000 watch hours in 28 days for my channel. You know, my watch hours are in a whole nother stratosphere. But in order for me to do that, I got to publish content. It can be various published content catalog. You know, it's going to consist of, right now, I've been for the past going on 2 months, I've been publishing probably 22 plus published contents a day for over a month now. And that sounds like a lot, but it's really easy when I break it down and the way I'm doing it. And what I mean by 22 published contents a day, that's going to consist of various of shorts. That's going to consist of live streams like I'm doing right now. That's going to consist of a silent live stream. So I'm having a mixture of published content on a daily basis for my video catalog. And to me, that's simple, because I'm getting up early in the morning. I knock out 20 shorts first thing in the morning. And so which I've already done first thing, already done that. So now I'm walking, I'm outside getting my exercise, I'm doing a live stream. So now I don't hit 22 published content already today. And I'm probably going to throw another one in. So my point is, you know, it's many ways you can diversify your published content. Live streams, silent lives, shorts, relational lectures, live footage. I did a tremendous amount of limited live footage when I went to Rome, when I went to Italy, when I went to Cairo, Egypt. You know, I did a powerful live footage when we took a ride on the biblical Nile River, and that was breathtaking. You know, when we walked inside of the Valley of the Kings in the Sahara Desert, I did a lot of live footage on Ramses 1st through 9 and inside of those ancient Egyptian tombs, and did a tremendous amount of live footage when we went to see the one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Giza pyramid in Cairo, Egypt. That was breathtaking. That experience was biblical because the Egyptian pyramids and the biblical Nile River all predates Christ, people. And that was life-changing. I did a tremendous amount of live footage when I went to Rome, Italy, at the Vatican City, where we would see the Leaning Tower or the Pisa and all of those ancient Roman buildings that they built. That was breathtaking, people. And I did that November of 2024. So I say that to say there's many different types of video catalogs you can do as a content creator to gain your views, to gain your watch hours, to gain your subscribers, to increase your ad revenue. You know, August of 2023, you know, my channel became eligible for major brand deals, and which is a whole nother level of income for my channel. And at the time my channel became eligible for brand deals, I had been monetized. My channel had been monetized. At the time my channel became eligible for major brand deals, I think at that point, I had like 300,000+ subscribers. At the time I became eligible for brand deals. And as you acquire subscribers, because when folks are subscribing to your channel, they ain't just subscribing to your channel, they are viewing your videos. So now you're getting views. That's gonna now help propel your channel to hit that first 1 million views, that second, that 2 million views, that 3 million views. Everything ties in, people. But what I want you to hear is all of the work. There you go. The footwork I'm doing behind the scene. Real talk, since day one. You know, my channel going on 4 years old. It took me 2.5 years, people, of blood, sweat, and tears to monetize my channel. And I work harder now to maintain my channel into the stratosphere that it's in by preparation behind the scenes. I do a tremendous amount of research on various lectures that I do. I'm a licensed addiction therapist. I'm a licensed therapist. Even though I'm retired, I maintain my credentials. So I may do lectures on the disease concept of addiction. I may do lectures on how to recognize behavior signs when a person has relapse on their primary drug of choice, rather it's the phenethol or the cocaine or the methamphetamine. So I may do a lecture on how to recognize signs when a person has relapse on their primary drug of choice. So that requires research and preparation behind the scene on a lot of my topics that I'm doing behind the scene before I get in front of that camera. That's work, people. I'm blocking out time throughout the day to do my published contents, to do my shorts, to prepare, to do live streams. Even when I'm outside walking at the same time when I'm doing this lecture, I had to prepare myself on what topic I'm going to present, what concepts I'm going to present. That takes time, people. So in addition to all the other things I have to do in the course of my day, it ain't all about YouTube. I got a company to run. My company, 21 years plus strong, even though I'm retired from state government, I've always had my company, Parents and Associates Resource Center, simultaneously, people, when I was in the workforce. Real talk. So I say that to say, if you want to see growth in your channel, rather it's views, watch hours, money, your check every month, getting brand deals, you got to have a strategic business plan in place. You got to be internally driven, and you got to treat it like a business model, and you got to do the work. Because if you're lazy, you ain't gonna see growth. Real talk. If you are lazy, hear from me, you will not see growth. I work harder now than ever before, people, and it does not stop. It doesn't stop in order to push my channel to the next level. Real talk. And then you got to sustain it. There you go. I'd rather see progressive growth. I'd rather see steady and progressive growth than fast and rapid growth. Because don't forget, it took me 2.5 years of hard work in the trenches to monetize my channel. The first year of my channel, I can clearly remember, in one solid year, I only had 100 subscribers. But I kept pressing forward. I continued to press forward. I had to revamp my strategic business plan going into that second year. Because I said to myself, if it took me a year to get 100 subscribers, Ain't no way in the world I'm able to get 1,000 subscribers. Because the criteria to get monetized back then, when I was going through the process, I had to attain 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a 365-day time frame. After that first year, I only had 100 subscribers. After that first year, for a whole year, I only had 50 watch hours on my channel. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, ain't nowhere in the world, ain't nowhere in God's earth will my channel ever get monetized at the rate I'm going. But because I'm internally driven, I did not stop. And I knew then I had to revamp my strategic business plan, and the rest is history. So I say that to say you got to be internally driven. You better have that strategic business plan in place with goals and measurable objectives and projected due date for each objective and for each goal on that business plan. You need to be updating that business plan. You need to be looking at that business plan. You need to be revising that business plan, in my opinion, a minimum of 5 times a month, people. Real talk. And then you need to execute. You're going to have to put in the footwork. You're going to have to execute and do the work. Because if you're lazy, it ain't going to work. And that is how I, as a content creator, that is how my channel has gotten 3 million plus views on my channel. That's a lot of views from all over the world. All over 3 million views on my channel. And trust me, once your channel's monetized, that's a big way on how we get paid is through our views and ad revenue. But I'm going to keep this thing real where you see the significant money. And I mean significant, and once your channel gets to the stratosphere where it got major brand deals. And my channel became eligible for major brand deals, I believe, August of 2023. That's where you see the real money. But still, you have to get your channel to that level. And you got to do the work before you can even make ad revenue money, before you even make money off membership, before you even make money off super chats, before you can even make money off brand deals. You got to do the work. You ain't no just wake up at this level. That's why when I meet people, and they may ask me, how long would it take for me to get monetized and make a whole lot of money? When I break this thing down to them, and I tell them the same thing I just said in this lecture, they walk away wishing they would have never asked me. But I'm gonna give it to you live. I'm gonna break it down. I ain't sugarcoat nothing, because I work for mine. In any goal I ever achieve, I work and I put the footwork, blood, sweat, and tears. I leave no stone unturned. And this is how my channel has gotten to the level that it's gotten now. But let me also reiterate, I got to maintain it on a daily basis. And this is real talk. So that's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.